Hey, what's going on, guys? Travis coming at you from the new and improving home gym. Today, I want to talk to you guys about something that I think is going to be best in any situation, whether you're in a home gym, a commercial gym, and these can be put in your gym bag, and they have a variety of different ways that they can be used. That's right, guys, we're talking about bands. If you look behind me, behind the squat rack there, I have a couple other ones from Elite FTS here, and those are for a very good reason. Truth be told, I've been using these for the last almost 8 years now, whether I was in a commercial gym, a private sector gym, or if I purchased them for my own use. These are based out of Elite FTS, which is in Ohio. Everything is American made, so you're putting money back into American companies. 2 orange micros, 2 red minis, 2 green minis, 2 orange, and 2 tans. All for about $100, $110 total with shipping and taxes included and stuff like that. But honestly, if you are the only people using them, they will last you for months, if not maybe some years. There are other bands out there on the market that are from Amazon, Rogue, and stuff like that. Those are totally fine. I just like using Elite FTS because of the former powerlifting background I have. But what I want to talk about today, though, is how you can use these bands to help improve your squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, and various other movements just by having an anchor point and a squat rack behind you. Yeah, so guys, the first one is usually going to be the simplest. All you really need to do is to establish a good anchoring point here. You can just use the basic bottom crossbar here for an anchoring point. But basically, you're going to thread the bottom underneath the crossbar here, make them even, and then from there, you're going to pull the bands up like so. And what I personally like to do is I'm going to take them from the edge of the collar here, move them onto the inside. Reason for this, if you put them around the collar, if the collar spins like that, it's going to cause the band to oscillate a little bit, which if you like that, it's fine. Some people don't have that issue. With me, it's just something I usually try to avoid. So from here, pull the band taut, open over the bar, right by where the collar sits. So you can still spin the collar freely. The band's not going to lose any tension. All right, y'all, so the next one, not exactly as easy to get going, but once you get it anchored, it's pretty well solid. You need to find yourself a 45 or a 100-pound plate, bumper, iron, whatever the case may be. And this is mostly going to be good for bench press just because of, you can kind of fluctuate the tension a little bit more here. So with this, take that band, I'm going to have you thread that through the hole like so. You're going to make a simple slip knot like that. From here, pull that opening to one side like that. And from there, you can kind of fluctuate how tight you want to have this here. An alternative way to do this, take that same band, thread it through the exact same way, slip knot it, and put the bands on the outside diameter of the plate. So it looks something like this now. That's a little bit more secure. So guys, the third method I have here includes 2 pins, and I'm still waiting for mine from Titan Fitness in the mail right now. But I did happen to find 2 hex wrenches in my toolbox from previous purchases, and I'm going to show you how to use the pins with these instead. Every crossbar has a various amount of different holes. What you're going to do here, just go ahead, put those through the holes, and then from that, all you simply do is anchor it, like so. From there, you kind of dictate where you want to have that band pulling down at the most. Like so. It's more in the middle here, and you can move it around obviously as you see fit. So guys, just to recap, 3 ways to anchor a band to a squat rack to help add some more resistance to your overall lifts. First and foremost, the simplest version is to loop it under and over. Second way, threading it through a plate of some sort, and that can be done whether you're just doing a slip knot or you can pull it around the entire diameter of the plate. Third and foremost is using 2 separate pins to help fluctuate the tension in the band for the movement itself. So a couple of things to think about here and a couple of tips to take home with you is whenever you're anchoring these bands to the squat rack, you always want to have tension in the bands throughout the entire movement. So whenever you're squatting with this, you never want to have the bands go slack while you're in the bottom part, which is typically the weakest part of the movement. Same thing goes for the bench. You want to have the tension on your chest the entire time. That way there's not going to be any sort of deficits in that band. This is why having the pins is so good, because you can change the anchoring point and add more or less tension respectfully. Whenever it comes to anchoring the band, you always want to make sure that where it's anchored at is going to be where you're going to be moving at. So for example, if you're going to be squatting, you want to have the band anchored a couple inches behind the J-hooks. That way whenever you step back, the bar is going to be directly over top of you and the band's going to pull straight down. There are some conditions where you can have the band anchored in different directions. It's going to cause you to tilt forward or backwards respectfully, and that's dependent upon your weak spots in that movement itself. So guys, thanks for watching. This is the first video we shot in the new garage. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe.